Uncle Job Sinev, family, Hutuapo, and Black Power. What up? You already know it's your brother in Google. Now you see all R&M. R&M RBG TV, 432, Garvey Cubs on the move. You know how we do. It's a nice little day outside. Figured I'd come out here, see who I can come in contact with. You know what I mean? Just reaching out with the fam. That's what we do, man. That's what I do best. So, that being said, I just want to, try to pick the folks' brain a little bit, see what's going on. In the meantime, between time, keep it locked, keep it G right here. You already know this is in Google. Now you see R&M RBG TV. We keep it G. Stay tuned. And always remember that black love is a cure for the black nation, so let's get it. Boom, so dig it. I'm around the way, man. I'm sitting here with my homie, man. Introduce yourself to the people, man.
My name's Kelvin and shit. Just, niggas on the block chilling.
All right, dig it. I ain't gonna be too long. I just want to ask you a real quick question, man. Black folks, let's talk about us real quick. That's what I talk about primarily, man.
All right.
It's things that we go through, you know what I'm saying, experience through the system of racism, white supremacy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Who would you feel, or what would you feel, rather, is the enemy towards black people today?
Man, honestly, man, I feel like, I don't want to say, you know what I mean? This shit.
Speak your mind, brother.
You know what I mean? Like,
we keep it G on my channel.
You know what I mean? Shit like happened before back in the day, man, but I'm gonna say the white man, you know what I mean? I hate to say it, you know what I mean? Shit, supposedly niggas moved on from that, which I don't feel is the truth. You know what I mean? But, in my personal opinion, that's what I feel is the white man.
The reason why I asked you that question is because when you hear black folks basically speaking about black people in a positive manner and wanting to do better or whatever, right? Yeah. You always get that notion of, basically, why you hating, what's wrong with you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We supposed to be, like you said a minute ago, moved on. Yeah. But that's not necessarily the case when you look outside. You know what I'm saying? When you just walk the block and you just experience life for itself.
Or you walk into a spot and you get that and they give you that look. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Exactly.
That's another example.
Another quick question after that, I'm going to bounce up out of here and let you do your thing. As far as our relationships between man and woman, black man and black woman, how do you feel we can help that out, man? Because I'm pretty sure you could tell me some things that you see around the way, whatever. How can we fix that?
Like I grew up in the projects and shit up in Rhode Island and shit, and I seen a lot of single black mothers and shit. You know what I mean? So what I try to reflect on that is, like, when you trying to pick a man, just don't try to pick. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that everybody's bad, but when you try to pick a man, that's not in the streets doing this thing. You know what I mean? I know everybody's trying to hustle. But there's a certain, you know what I mean? There's a certain place in the time, man. There's a certain type of person you can pick for that.
Stop trying to be the trap queen that you hear on the radio.
Trap queens, man. That's gonna get you nowhere, man. You know what I mean? Just gonna get pushed over to the side. Niggas don't keep doing what they're doing.
Instead of being a trap queen, be a black queen.
Yeah, that's what I'm
very
saying.
Powerful. Man, brother, I appreciate you, man.
No, man.
I'll holler at you, man. Yo, do your thing. Be safe out here, man. That's literally as I walked out around the block from my crib. So now we're going to go back on the main strip, see what we can find out, man. Y'all stay tuned. It's R&M RBG TV. We on the move. You dig? Peace. So we still out here. Figured I'd try to go over to the bus station real quick, see if I can get over there or whatever. But I'll be honest with you, this thought just came up on my mind, honestly, as I was walking over here. So, reaching out to the people, communicate. You already know communication is very vital when it comes to nationhood, right? But let's keep it G. Our communication with one another sucks terribly. It sucks. Just a simple head nod could get you you know what I'm saying? That's basically a head nod these days, a hello these days. Those are fighting words. You know what I'm saying? Those are grounds for confrontation amongst each other. You know why that is, family? It's very simple. We don't like the reflection that we see when we see one another. And that's due to lack of black love. This is why I always say black love is a cure for the black nation, so let's get it. You dig? All you gotta do is just wave your hand at somebody, say hello, and now let's keep it 100, forgive my language, but niggas is ready to fight you, if you will. Niggas is ready to get confrontational with you. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna go back to a minute ago what the homie Calvin said a minute ago in the beginning, where he basically said he didn't want to say it, but I told him go ahead and just let it out there, whatever, when he was talking about basically the system, the white system of racism, white supremacy or whatever, and how that's not how that's our enemy. And I'm glad he said it like that because nonetheless, it goes to show that there is an outside force, there is a underlining, if you will, a common denominator, nonetheless. Now, let's be real. Yes, do we have our issues with one another? our stripes with one another. Hell yeah, we need to clean that shit up. Let's keep it G. Because that goes back to exactly what I said a couple seconds ago about how we don't even know how to communicate with one another. Those are our little stripes that we need to get rid of. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, nonetheless, we just don't like the image of one another. We don't like our reflection of one another, and that goes back to the system of racism and white supremacy, because due to that image, that's portrayed. Look at your TVs, look at your radios. You feel what I'm saying? Imagery is a beast. I keep telling y'all, imagery is also part of nationhood. So when you control your image, when you control your presentation, nonetheless, you control the people's reception. You figure me? So the reception that we have of one another, it sucks because of our presentation to one another. It sucks. So that's something that we gotta work on, man. Like I always say, man, when you change your value systems, you'll be able to see things in a whole new light. You'll be able to move forward in a whole new speed. You dig? Change your value systems, you change the people. But nonetheless, keep it locked, keep it G. Like I said, I'm gonna try to go over here to the bus station and see what I can get at the train station and all that. So, say something. What's up, brother? Got the police. Got the Babylonians. What's up, homie? What's going on, man? What's up, brother? What's going on? Dig it. I'm doing a little research project out here, doing a visual project. I was wondering if I could pick your brain for like 2 minutes and then let you do your thing, you know what I mean? If you don't mind. That's why I asked you a quick question or two or whatever, you know? Basically about dealing with the what's going on today as black people, you know what I mean? First and foremost, let me introduce myself. My name is Nguvo, you know what I mean? Peace, brother, all right? And I just, like I said, I'm going around just asking folks quick questions about better ways that we can advance ourselves as a people, as black people, nonetheless, here in the times that we living in. You see what's going on the news, you hear what's going on, you live out here, you experience just as much as things I experience. So, as an elder, talking to a youngin' like myself, how can we move forward? How can we do better?
All right, just work hard, man. Get up on the street and just work hard. See what you want.
Mm-hmm.
We have lots of young men out here, man, very talented, and all they do, they just hang around on the street.
Uh-huh.
That's no good, man. I'm working from I was 16 years old, I'm on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 63 years old. And nobody, if I don't tell nobody my age, they don't know that I'm 63.
You look young, brother. Keep striving.
Yeah,
Keep
63.
striving.
Yep. Never out of a job.
That's right.
Always have a job.
How do we, because I like the way you always said that, keep working,
Yeah.
right? That's a good thing, because we got to keep working, we got to
Of
keep
course.
active. How do we work better to do for ourselves? You feel what I'm saying? Because you already know, let's keep it 100. When we work on these different jobs, that money is going to somebody else's empire, somebody else's pocket.
Just work hard and try see if you can do your own business, you know? Yeah.
Come up with a business plan on your own, spread it.
Yeah, and spread it, yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And my last question I'm going to ask you real quick, and I'm going to get up out of here. Relationships between black men and black women. How can we fix that?
Shit, it's really hard, Lord. I'm telling you, it's really hard. I married 3 times, man, and it does last. 3 fucking times I married. And no good.
What would you say, all right, how would you encourage the youth out there to keep the fight going, nonetheless, with our relationships? Because we need our love. We got to have our men. We got a man that need a woman need a man.
Right.
So how do we work through our, you know what I'm saying?
Just work hard on it, man, you know, just communication. That's the biggest issue.
Communication.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once you have a wife or girlfriend and both of you communicate, no problem.
Just have open communication.
Yes.
Appreciate you, Elder.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
All right,
Appreciate
Reggie.
you.
Yeah, man.
Good, man. How you doing, sisters? How you doing, Mom? How you doing, sis? Peace. What's up, brothers? What's going on? I like your hair, sister. I like your hair. No doubt. Can I ask you a quick question? Question. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Nguvo. I'm doing a
What, an African?
yeah, that's a Swahili name.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. How you doing?
Okay.
I'm just doing. The hair is beautiful. I'm just doing a visual project with a visual research project. I'm talking, black people all over, because we are people, so we got to learn how to communicate. And speaking of communication, how do we as a people communicate better so we can advance ourselves better in these times that we live in? You know? You don't know? Do you feel our communication as a people is where it needs to be? Like, do you feel that we communicate well as a people?
No, not at all.
Go ahead, Mom. If you don't like, go ahead and expand on that if you will. Like, talk to me how you feel our communication is.
I just feel like with us black people, I think with us, some of us, is that they just say things like they don't mean it. It's different.
They say things. All right, fellas, we back again. Go ahead, continue saying what you were saying.
Yeah, I believe that ever since we left the motherland for Africa, I think that we just began separating. We just like a separation process because we don't come together. We're not empathetic or sympathetic towards each other. And then I see other race like the Spanish race and stuff, and some white people, they know how to come together and stick together, and some black people too. But it depends if you have a good, I guess if you have good tradition or good family background. But over here, no, I really don't see that.
That's true. Because we really gotta have like, watch this. I got a motto that I always say, and I say it on my channel. It's called "Is black love is a cure for the black nation." We don't really we lack, like you said, that empathy toward one another. We lack love for one another, and that starts with self. Our reflection of what we see in the mirror, we really don't appreciate it. So when we go out in the street, it mirrors that, so we really don't want to appreciate that when we see somebody else. You know what I mean? For example,
what is that?
Somebody, that was her back. No, it was her lady's back. For example, right? Hypothetically speaking, if I look in the mirror this morning, I come out and I really don't like myself on the inside, right? I'm going to carry that attitude outside. And then when I see somebody like yourself, or somebody that looks just like us, there's melanin right here, whatever, I'm not going to appreciate them.
Right.
So now everything they say to me is I'm gonna find some way to confront. You know what I mean? Confront that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we just gotta love ourselves.
Yes, we do.
And
Yes,
communicate.
we do.
Thank you, my sister. I appreciate your time. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. Be good.
What your name on your page?
Nguvo Nayusi RANM. If you want, I'll write it down for you. Give me something. Thank you, family. I appreciate that. Y'all stay tuned. Bet, I'm standing here with another brother right here at the bus station, man. Say your name for the family, bro.
Musa.
Friend, peace to shout out brother Musa, man. Dig it, real quick. Communication with black people, because that's what I've been talking to a lot of brothers and sisters today about communication. How do you feel like communication is with one another as brother and sister, and how can we make it better if it's not where it needs to be?
I think communication between our brothers and sisters vary. Like sometimes, like you have different people, like upper class and lower class, and like the people from the upper class don't want to communicate with the people from the brothers from the lower class because they feel like they're inferior, so they don't want to associate with each other, so they don't communicate and spread love.
I like how you said that word love, because that's one of my mottos, man. Black love is the cure for the black nation, so let's get it. And that's going to be into my last question. I'm going to let you rock. Relationships, black man and black woman. How do we help that? How do we hear that? Because I'm pretty sure you see just as much stuff that I see out here, and our relationships suck. Going back to that communication, how do we work on that?
We work on it by just basically communication, talk to each other. The father has to be there for the woman, the woman has to be there for the man. It goes both ways. So you can't get angry with each other if you don't have you don't get what you want. You just work things out.
Work it out.
And like you said, love is the key. So
my brother, I appreciate you. Handle your business, man. Have a good day, brother. Be good, man. All right. So it looks like communication is the thing, family. Communication is one of the many keys that we use to unlock this madness that we in, family, and we can finally move the hell on. You did? Because as you've been listening, and you know, to what the family's been out here is talking about, communication. We got to work on that, man. If we cannot communicate well with one another, the same way that we communicate and also stimulate everybody else. Because we can talk to them, you already know, we communicate with them like the best of them. We talk to them like the best of them. Hell, we reach out to them before they even think about reaching out to us. But when it comes to one another, the minute you look at a brother, the minute you look at a sister, it's fighting words. It's time to get it in. You gotta change that up, family. You gotta change that up, man. It's like I always say, man. Show love, spread love, and you get love. Because black love is the cure for the black nation, so let's get it. Why the hell we waiting? Why the hell we playing with it? You dig? Watch this. Not to get all religified, whatever, but let me speak the language that the people know. Watch this. Doesn't in the books, right? Doesn't in the text, right? In the doctrines, right? Doesn't it say that you gotta hold on. It says something to the effect of Christ loves church, something like this and this, that, and third. So you should love some to that effect. I don't remember exactly what exactly the exact wording, but nonetheless. But the same way, what I'm trying to say is this: the same way we have all this love and devotion for these ideological beliefs, right? Things that we cannot prove, etc., 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 etc. Why can't we have that same, if not more, love, recognition, adoration, etc., 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 for that which looks like you, that which is you, that which should sustain you, which is the people? If you can't get that, family, I don't know what the hell you working on, man. I don't know what you doing out here. You just bullshit. But communication, like I said, is the key, man. If you can't communicate, then there is no nationhood. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what you'll make it. So keep it locked, keep it G. This is the RNMRBG TV. I don't know why y'all keep looking at me for, officer. Anyway, keep it locked, keep it G. You already know, it's your brother in Google. Now you see RANM 432 Gubby Cubs on the move. This is what we do. RNMRBG TV, man. We speak for the people. Keep it locked, keep it G. Utuapo, Black Power, Uncle Job Seneb, Black Lovers, Kid for the Black Nation, so let's get it.